Hey you guys, I wanted to pop on here and make a video. I was going to make it just for a personal Facebook group that I have that we were running over the last couple of months, but decided to make it absolutely public for those that have questions. I have so many messages each and every day just asking me what the heck am I doing? How did I heal all of my health issues? How do I continue to glow more and more and heal all of those crazy health issues? I know so many of you guys may have followed me over the last, it was like a decade. It's been close to a decade. It was back right before my son Lincoln was born, and Lincoln is almost 10. So I was bedridden, 9, 10 years ago, just absolutely could not leave my house, had debilitating anxiety, debilitating fatigue, debilitating like memory, like brain fog issues. I was sick all the freaking time, and it just continued to get worse. And I started to find out that I had all these thyroid and adrenal issues. I found out eventually that I had autoimmunity. I had Hashimoto's. I had like zero cortisol. I had like 80 million food sensitivities. I had to go gluten free, dairy free. There was a point where I was eating like 6 foods. So it was like this manhunt for what could cure me of all of these ailments. And I literally spent hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I'm so thankful I had that much money to be able to go all over the world, in search of healing for me. But it never was a physical thing for me. And I searched and searched and searched and traveled all over the freaking world and met with all of these different types of healers and doctors and gurus and different things like that, and even had my breast implants taken out, and I still was so sick. Like, it just did not make absolutely any sense to me. And that's when that was the reason why I became like this. I will do whatever it takes. I always used to say that I would eat the muddy shoe. If it was a muddy shoe that could heal me, like, give me the muddy shoe and I will eat that muddy shoe, because I was that desperate for healing, being sick like literally every 2 to 3 days, every time I traveled, just debilitating sick. Um, and I wanted to live my life. I wanted to play ball with my boys. And it's been such a beautiful journey. I'm so grateful for all of that, because being the person that would do just about anything, it actually allowed me to open up to something that I never thought that I would open up to. Just my background, being strict and religious and everything like that. I didn't believe anything outside of what my parents taught me and what the Bible taught me and everything like that. So energy and frequencies and chakras and energetic healing and spiritual healing, it was not even on my radar. It wasn't even an option for me. And I had so many fears and beliefs around that. But I'm so grateful that I had literally tried everything to where it made me open up. I had no other option. That was my muddy shoe, and I opened up to it. And I was so freaking grateful that I did. And I began to peel back the layers, because people think like it's going to be one healing and you're done. And I began to peel back the layers and literally have healed myself of all autoimmunity, all diseases. I have not been sick in over a year. It's been well over a year at this point. And it just keeps getting better and better and better. And healing, is it always easy? No, because you have to stare at your shit that comes up, all this fear, all this anger, all this unworthiness, all this trauma, right? And I'll begin to share a little bit about that in a bit. But as I peeled back those layers, like, there were moments that were tough, but the highs and the amount of love and the amount of healing energy that comes in from God, or source creator God, just got better and better and better, to where I could not deny. Like, all of those fears started to fade away, all of those doubts, all of those, is energy real? I could feel the shit, when you finally open up your channels. And we all have these divine channels of communications. A lot of us have heard about people being able to be clairvoyant, right? And see energy, or see spirits, or see beings, or whatever. And they can hear, like clairaudient, which is hear your soul, or hear your angelic team, or hear source creator God, or hear other beings and spirits, that are around, or whatever. We have these divine psychic channels that allow us to do this. And it's not just special people. I thought, oh, we have to be special to be able to see energy or see other things or be able to hear. And I was completely wrong. Like, we all have these divine channels of communication. They're just freaking clogged. And that's what I began to learn. And as I want to talk to you guys about the course that I started a little over a year ago now. This was the information that healed me of everything. And not only did I get to go through the healing and get kick-ass healings, but I got the information to be able to do it myself. To be able to not only help myself, but to be able to help my family and be able to help, friends and people around me. And I've been doing this work over the last couple of months, and so many of my friends are doing it now too. Like, dozens and dozens, probably hundreds at this point, of my friends are doing it, or acquaintances that I know, that it's just absolutely changed their whole life. And now so many of them are actually going to be joining this course called Mastery of Your Information, which was taught by Karen Torres, who is my personal soul friend, mentor. Just like, I will sleep on her lawn because I love her so much, and she's so freaking powerful. And I'm so grateful that she shared this information with us and with me and helped me to heal, because I would not be here. Like, the other day, I played baseball with Lincoln and I had fun. Like, I was in joy. I wasn't in deathly ill. I wasn't like my eyes bothering me or anxiety or worrying about what other people thought. I was me, and it was so freaking fun. But anyway, so we all have these divine channels of communication: clairvoyance, clairaudient channels, clairsentient channels. We can feel energies, all these empaths that you walk into a room and you feel everybody's shit. Well, you don't want to feel everybody's shit. I used to do that, and I would take on so much, and now I've learned how to move all of that stuff out and how to stay strong in my space. And so that's your clairsentient channels. And then there's claircognizance, which is that knowingness, right? And your claircognizance is always in connection with your soul, which is always running in the highest according to source. And source, I call source because God isn't specific enough for me. So people are always wondering, why do you call him source? Okay, so it's source creator God, and source is just like a short name or whatever. But source creator God was the one that created everything, right? And there's been lots of gods and goddesses out there. So I always like to be super specific as to the one that created it all, and not just, a homie over there that said he was a god or a goddess or whatever. So anyways, that's why I say that. But these divine channels of communication, they are clogged because this is, if you look around, there's lots of anger, fear, shame, pain, guilt, unworthiness, and that all of this crap, lower frequencies, clog these channels. And so you all have these channels, they're just clogged. And so you're not accessing your information, you're not accessing your clairvoyance, your clairaudient channels, your knowingness, as well as you could have if you move these things out. So this is really what mastery of your information is about. It is to help move this shit out of your space that's causing illnesses, diseases, causing you to run around and wonder and ask everybody, what should I do? What should I do? Or what book should I read? Or which job should I take? Or should I be with my husband, or should I go somewhere else, or whatever? All these questions, and you don't know. Like, this would bring in that knowingness, right? And all healing, you have to know, comes from source creator God. So we are all just conduits and vessels of that. We're all aspects of the creator, right? If the creator created all things, then we're all aspects of that creator. And that's a beautiful thing. And that's what a lot of us have forgotten. We feel separate from God, which we are all one with all. All souls are one, and with source too. So there's become that separation and that unworthiness, that you're not worthy of God's love, or you have to jump through many, many hoops in order to be worthy, but you're already fucking worthy. Like, you were created out of love and your divinity and form. And so that's the biggest thing that I started to remember. I had all of this guilt and shame and judgment and fear and pain. I have so much pain that I've had to move out. Just old pain, old trauma, old stories, old belief systems, taught from my ancestors all the way down. Like, all of this stuff, even like, is energy even real? Atheist energy. It's not, do I believe in God? It's, is energy even real? And the light which is source creator God, the light that created all things, that's that frequency of God. And so if you don't believe in energy, then it's hard for you to feel, that love, and everything. And so that's essentially what I did over the course of the year. And mastery of your information, it goes through levels. There's 9 different levels. And so the first level is all about moving out massive amounts of pain. And you move out a shit ton of pain. You actually get the downloads and the frequencies to be able to start healing your own pain yourself. The next level is fear, moving out all of this fear. Like, we have so much fear, that we've either picked up, on our own journey, or we picked up from the collective, or picked up from Joe Bob down the street, or whatever. We have so much fear, and it's everywhere. It's rampant. And so to be able to heal that within you and heal that within others, it's so powerful. And then joy, the next level is joy, and that's moving out more pain. Level 4 is moving out atheist energy. So is energy even real? Is this even real? Is she fucking crazy? Sort of thing. That's basically atheist energy. And then also unconscious energy. So we live on a planet that is literally legalizing a plant that creates unconscious energy, which is marijuana, and making our channels, clogging our channels even more. So our channels get clogged, not only with that plant and unconscious energy, but with all of these other low frequencies as well. But you move out the unconscious energy, you start to feel the light. You start to feel these frequencies and these downloads, and the downloads that come in from God all the time. You start to feel energy. So many of us have so much unconscious energy that we're not feeling. And so some of us are taking even more unconscious energy, with whether it's CBD or marijuana or other unconscious plants, ingesting that in to cover up fear and pain. Most people are taking those plants because there's anxiety, right? Or they're in massive pain and they want to get out of pain. And what unconscious energy does is it basically just covers up that fear, and it covers up that pain. And it just kind of like, whoop, just kind of pretend that that's not there. And that's not judgment. There's no judgment here. We all, like, I had a shit ton of pain that I had to pack in a lot of unconscious energy over, because if not, I would have been even more batshit crazy than what I was, and felt even worse than what I was. And so we take on this unconscious energy when we don't want to feel that pain, and we don't want to feel that fear, because it doesn't feel good. And so as we layer that off, move out these low frequencies, the fear, the pain, the unconsciousness, we start to step into and remember who we really are, and our divinity, and our worth, right? So the next one after level 4 is level 5, which is love. So after you move out of that fear and pain and unconsciousness, you start to remember your divinity, which we were all created out of love. When our souls were created umpteen millennia ago. And so love is that next phase, and it's moving out all these illusions as to what you were told what love is, right? And moving out. And love is the most powerful healing frequency of all. It's not the highest frequency of all. The highest frequency is Christ consciousness, right? The frequency of God. But love is the most powerful healing frequency. It heals all of these fears that we have. And so you move into that love phase. And then level 6 is grace. And so grace is a very powerful frequency to heal all of these traumas that we have from this lifetime or past lifetimes, the deep, deep traumas that we carry. And so having to move those out and heal those. And then level 7, which this is probably my favorite. It was definitely the hardest one on me. I had no idea I had so much anger, but level 7 is all about moving out anger frequencies. I had no idea that I had packed in so much unconscious energy over all of this anger. But when we started moving through that phase, like, I was so angry. I'm like, I don't even know why I'm angry, but I need to yell and I need to be angry. And I had to move all of this out. And each level is 6 weeks. And this level, it was like during the holidays. So like we had to skip a couple, sessions. And I was like, if we don't get through this level, I am going to combust. It felt like I was going to combust. But anyway, so that is level 7, is all about the anger and moving that shit out of there, because it's not your truth. And then moving into level 8, which is worthiness. So it's moving out all that unworthiness. Oh, I'm not powerful, that fear of being powerful, all of that unworthiness that says, I'm not fucking divinity in form, that I'm not worthy, and moving that out so that you can really step into your truth and who you are as an aspect of the creator. So level 9, okay, we just finished this. I just graduated. This is psychic surgery. And so these are getting all the soul downloads and the frequencies and the key codes that you need to do healing on your own physical body and even on other people's physical bodies. So you'll be able to get the downloads to be able to heal different cells and tissues and organs and nucleuses of cells and different things like that. Because our physical body, it looks physical, but it's energy. Essentially, if you start to learn about the anatomy of a cell, like it's literally 99.999% energy, and it's very little physical matter. It just appears physical, and you can touch it. But yeah, so you start to get the downloads for that. So to be able to heal some of these, ligament issues and different things going on in the body, your adrenals, your organs, your thyroid, your pituitary gland, your pineal gland, which are all so important. So these are giving you all the downloads to be able to do that. So that whole year, like literally, you guys, I started out, I'm like, I don't even want to join this course. I was so afraid because everything within me was creating that fear and that like disbelief and that this was wrong or whatever. And I'm so grateful that I joined because I had all the fears in the book. And I'm so grateful that I joined because layer by layer, I peeled off all of this crap. Anything lower than the frequency of love is never your truth. So if fears are coming up or guilt, shame, that's not your truth. It just needs to be peeled off. And so how amazing is it to have, the tools to be able to start peeling that off. Not only in the course, you get a kick-ass healing every single week for a whole year during those 9 levels, but to be able to get the soul downloads that come from God, for you to be able to do the same work, to have a core healing team of your own, whether it's core angelic healing team of your own, to be able to start moving this stuff out, not only for yourself, but for your family or for others. You could be a healer, or you don't even have to be a healer. It's just amazing information to have, to be on this planet in this body, to be able to heal yourself and feel absolutely amazing. I'm so grateful that I have this not only for myself, but for my children as well. And they've been doing this work this last year, and just seeing the layers peel off of them have been everything. It's been so worth it just for me and for them. But now my whole family is experiencing it, and then all of my close friends are doing this work now as well. And like a big wave of them are now moving into mastery, which starts May 7th. So this next Tuesday, May 7th. And whenever you see this video, you can always reach out. I'll post the link to this event here on Facebook, and you guys can read all about it. And there's a telephone number that you'll text if you're interested in joining, and Kat Gibson will send you the information on how to get signed up for that, or if you want more information or whatever, she will take care of you. She's the woman. And then also, if this is not something that you are ready to take yet, because not every soul is ready, to move into this. This is some big shit, it's amazing, it's beautiful, but not every soul is ready for that. And you need to honor yourself. This isn't about being like so-and-so. This is about you authentically learning how to follow your soul, right? Which is always divinely guided in the highest will according to source. So you want to follow you. You've got this divine plan that you are here to do. You've got things that you've got to do, soul lessons you need to go have, all of these different adventures that you're going to go on. And if this sounds like something for you, then definitely go check it out. And maybe if not, it'll be at a later date next year or the year after or whatever. Maybe you'll trickle back into it. But if you want to experience this healing work without having to join a course or pay a lot of money, I'm always talking about the Night of Alchemical Healing, which is also ran by Karen Torres and her core healing team, Melchizedek, which is the High Council for Source Creator God. And so they're doing this every other Monday, and I believe the next one, it's not this Monday, it's the next. I will post a link to that. There's a Facebook event to that as well, but it's every other Monday, and it's $25. It's $25 to do remote healing. So what a remote healing is you do not need to be there in person. Your soul and your energetic fields and everything that you are shows up to that night of alchemical healing. So you do not have to be there in person. If you ever come to Florida and you're in my neck of the woods, it is in Jupiter, Juno Beach area, Florida, near West Palm Beach. And that's where I live. And so I pretty much at every event live, like I rarely miss unless I'm traveling or, you know, if I need to do something else. But I'm typically there, and a lot of my friends go to the live event. But if you're not in Florida or don't travel to Florida, you can do this from anywhere in the entire world, and it's only $25 for a remote healing. And I have so many friends that do that. They've had layers and layers and layers. I'm talking like massive stuff healed because of this work. And so it's a process. You just keep doing it every other week, and it's $25 to do a remote healing. If you're ever in person, it's $50 to do it in person. And I love it in person. So if you can ever fly out to Florida, I will meet you there. I'll bring you coffee, whatever, and you can come with us there. But that is the next best thing would be to do the night of alchemical healing, and we call it NOAA. And so I'll post the information for that too. And then after Mastery of Information, which I'm so excited, I just graduated Mastery of Information, there's a course called Energetic Architecture. And this is where it's a more advanced class. So if your soul graduates from Mastery, whether you took it here, you know, on this planet right now, or you took it on the astral, you'll move into energetic architecture. And that's all about creating crystalline designs and doing all kinds of fun stuff. I'm not going to go into that too much detail, but that's that next layer of learning how to do some really cool shit to not only move out the lower frequencies, but take the frequency of your body up and all your four etheric bodies up, and also for other people too, right? You can do healing on the planet, you can do healing for Gaia, all kinds of stuff with all of this information. It's absolutely beautiful. So yeah, and beyond that, there's also there's one-on-one healings. I know Karen Torres offers one-on-one healings. I know I've got a couple other friends that do this work too that also offer one-on-one healings too. So if you're interested in that, it's a little bit more expensive. Generally, it's anywhere from $130 to $200 for a one-on-one healing, but it's absolutely beautiful as well. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Yeah. No, if you have any questions, just let me know. Like, I live, eat, breathe, sleep, bleed this work because it's been everything. Like, everything. Like, I cry daily. I cry daily because of the amount of love and light that flow in because of this decision, which didn't make any sense at the time and brought up all of my fears. But I'm so grateful that I had a friend just tell me, I will do this with you. And if we get into some shit, I will save you. And it wasn't. It was the most miraculous experience of my entire life. It gave me access to me, right? And to my information and to my soul, and to be able to hear and to be able to know and to be able to see and to be able to feel the light and the love that is available here. We just have a lot of shit here on the planet that we need to clean out. We have a lot of shit in our physical body and our four etheric bodies that we need to clean out. And as you move that out, you will remember more and more of who you really are. And so, yeah, I'm definitely here for any questions, you guys. Let me know, and I will get back to you. And I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks for listening to my crazy train. All right, talk to you soon.